the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Jet sweep to start the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. First down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
7 yards there and a first down. Fake the handoff. Now Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future as they look ahead to the offs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. To throw, Mayfield. He juked him. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. He's coming.
From the gun, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Carr completes it. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Man, I got you. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Hey, alert, alert, alert. We all in.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's going to be caught for the Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That puts a good dent into their first down setback. It's a pickup of 16. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me, with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Going deep this time for Miller. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They give him a gain of 38.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr, eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Browns defense they've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. Now Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They go play action. Mayfield swings this out for Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Good footwork at the 30. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Carr. On the right side, this is Miller. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 7 yards there and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Tyree Gillespie, the one to get him down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Handoff comes to Chubb. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
We got 4. We got 4. Run.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mayfield now. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 48 to Mike.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield is going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start.
Check safety.
Carr now on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop in. Enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr going to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long. And
that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Flushed out right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Following the penalty, Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. 104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll give it to Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And down he'll go at the 25. On 2nd and inches, Carr. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
65. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And Gordon's got it. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. 39 yards there, a big one.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr will look to throw. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Browns drive about to get started, and this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a first down pass. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders have recovered. And just shutting him off there. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming, check in. Here we go.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 40 now on second down. Carr, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
I got you. Hey, we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. At 25 the Mike. We're going 25 the Mike. And watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Check out. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Run.
Mayfield. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side of this one. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll roll him out right, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From midfield, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.